What up? We're live, guys. Shocking Bitcoin numbers reveal everything you need to know about Bitcoin right now. No, seriously, it's effing nuts. Hydrate. When you look at the Bitcoin ETF flows, the non-stop announcements of treasury companies, multiple companies a day putting tens of millions, hundreds of millions, even in some cases, billions of dollars, allegedly, on the table, it's nuts. We are entering a crazy period in the markets. And I know what you're thinking, but Lark, the price has barely moved. I understand. We are in the calm before the storm. Peace in the Middle East, baby. Let's go. Tariff stuff 2 weeks away. Hopefully we see some more deals made. Otherwise, that could be a whoops kind of situation. Hopefully everything's cool. Rate cuts more likely coming. The walls are starting to break down. The light's starting to come through. Things are not looking that bad anymore. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Do I see you guys? We'll answer your questions second half of the stream. Kramer, what's going on there? We're back, Jerry. We're back. Classic. Guys, look at how insane this is, okay? Now, I know the whole last week I was like, guys, the markets are not saying World War III is coming. Stocks near all-time highs. Oil's not up 20% in a single day. Bitcoin's barely moved. I know your altcoins are fucked. I get it. I'm there too. I understand you. Some of them are moving a little bit. It's like, yeah, my altcoins are up. I'm only down 80% now. Let's go. Steve-O, we're so back until it's so over. Yeah. Damn it, White. I must be talking about my shirt. Anyway, check these numbers out, guys. This is absolutely bonkers crazy. So when did the strikes from Israel begin? That was the thing on the 12th of June, wasn't it? Next day, Wall Street bought 320 million of Bitcoin. Day after that, 412. Day after that, 215. Day after that, 388. 19th of June was some holiday in America, so it was closed. Only on the 20th of June did things start looking kind of dicey. You know, I imagine a lot of people just gone away for a long week because Thursday was a holiday anyway. Only $6 million in inflows, mostly because Fidelity sold 40 million. BlackRock still bought 46 million on that day. When it's not BlackRock customers buying IBIT, right? People buying the IBIT Bitcoin ETF from BlackRock. It's not BlackRock actually buying it. So often presented in the completely wrong way in the media. Anyway, it's a different conversation. Then look at this week. Monday, 350 million. Tuesday, $588 million. I don't have numbers for today, obviously, because the day hasn't happened yet, shockingly. But holy cow, guys, seriously, WTF, that's almost $1 billion the first 2 days of this week. What's going on? Huge numbers through all the crazy. Oh, the world's ending. World War III's here. Iran's going to close the Straits of Hormuz. Markets never said that was going to happen. Markets called bullshit on that, and we called bullshit on that because I saw markets call bullshit on that. And look at the Bitcoin ETF flows. That's crazy stuff. We got some words on the ETH ETF flows too. There's something very interesting going on there. But that's in a few minutes. Okay, look at the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin, $107,000. Let's effing go. Boom. My boy Bitcoin, let's do it. Let's do it. Now, obviously, we have ourselves a slight situation here because we have this higher low. What we need the price to do is to break out and start going to price discovery again beyond $112,000. Okay. MACD grinding towards, you can just see it right there. Look at it. It's pretty. A bullish MACD daily crossover. Okay. The bid keeps coming. People keep buying. Now, it's funny. We talk about the Bitcoin chart a lot. I love my Bitcoin spot bags. They're just kind of chilling there. And every once in a while, when I see a value opportunity, I buy some more Bitcoin. Now, I did not get any Bitcoin under $1,000 this week. Okay. I didn't. Missed it. Yeah, I bought a little more around 102, I think, about there. Just like a little bit, you know, not like a crazy amount. It's like, I gotta do it for the culture, man. Anyway, aside from that, I don't actually trade Bitcoin very much, even though the charts are impeccably beautiful. Tend to trade altcoins. We talk about Bitcoin because it's our North Star. It's to let you know what's going on in the market. Okay. Creeker Monster, what's up, man? Nice to see you. Everyone's worried about Creeker not being in the live streams. You got to keep everybody accountable, guys. I'm gonna miss you guys. I don't know if I'll be doing any live streams over the summer. We're going away to see family at the end of the week, so next week there won't be any live streams. At least At least probably not. The internet connection, you know how hotel internet is, man, or like, you know, grandpa's internet is, they seems to never be that great. Why can't everybody just have high-speed fiber internet everywhere in the world all the time, especially in hotels? Oh my God. Anyway, different conversation. If we can have live streams, we'll have live streams. That I suspect that may not be the case. Anyway, besides the point. Lark, will you sell some of your Bitcoin for profits this bull run? I'm ideally holding to $1 million per BTC. But look, if I see some absolutely crazy bonkers stuff happen this cycle, I might carve some of Bitcoin off solely with the purpose of rebuying later on. Look at ETF inflows. Ha, 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 ha. Where is the Bitcoin coming from to only move prices like this? Where is the spike? Try Liberty 516. I think you are both over and underestimating a whole lot of things here. And I understand this kind of sentiment. I've seen these kind of questions before. So we're going to address this. Look, where is the Bitcoin coming from? Old whales, miners, willing participants, panic selling their shit to BlackRock, whoever it might be. There's always sellers. Okay. And when there's not enough sellers and too many buyers, the price moves up. Okay. That's simple. To only move the prices like this, where is the spike? This is a $2 trillion asset class. It's huge. Bitcoin's huge. Yes, we've had $1 billion in inflows this week. The demand is obviously here. Do you see the charts? Do you see the green candles currently on the screen right here next to me? Obviously, there is demand here for Bitcoin currently, okay? The tricky part is you hear $1 billion and think, well, shit, that's got to pump the price of a $2 trillion asset. But then you realize it's such a tiny, tiny little percentage of the price. But this is the thing. You keep having $1 billion here and $1 billion there. And if you look at the overall inflows, what's happening? We are up to $47.5 billion. For the most part, money goes in, but it doesn't come back out of these ETFs, okay? Sue and Harry should guest host the live stream. That'd be awesome, actually. It'd be a lot of fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Check this out. NASDAQ listed Aurora Mobile has approved a digital asset treasury allowing up to 20% of its cash and equivalents to be allocated to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Sui, and other coins. They're just building a full-on shitcoin portfolio of this company. Oh, boy. You know, there is absolute craziness going on here right now, guys. Do you understand? People are like, where are the buyers going to come from? You know, retail's largely not participating right now. Retail's in stocks. When altcoins start running super hard, guess who's going to come back to buy the top? Well, it ain't you, but it's your cousin Joe. It's your cousin Larry, okay? Uncle Tom, your grandma. They're all going to come back and buy the top. Oh, they're going to sell their gold. They're going to sell their, equities and stuff like that. They're going to come out and buy dog coins, get wrecked, probably buying the top on all this bullshit. Look at these companies, though. You have all these treasury companies coming in. And again, I just need to keep pointing this out there because it's such an obvious. Maybe it's too obvious. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. Maybe I'm mid-curving the whole thing. But this is the toxic leverage of the cycle. Aurora Mobile is going to buy millions and millions of dollars of shit coins. And what happens in the bear market when these things they keep buying, and it's going to push the stock price up for a while, and these things they keep buying inevitably go down 70, 80, 90% in price. But let me tell you, Bitcoin will go down 50% in the next bear market. ETH, 70, 80%, because that's what fucking ETH does. Solana, 70, 80%. Sui's going down 90%. Whatever other shit coins they're going to buy are going to go down 95%. Okay? What happens when that happens? You think all these companies just go out here and be diamond handing this shit forever? No. All these companies, not all these companies, a lot of these companies are going to panic sell the bottom. And that'll make the bottom. Bankruptcies, rehypothecations, fraud, all the rest of the stuff. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be a glorious ride. Mando, what up, Mando? Mando, too many bears, too much leverage. A 10% move from BTC and $11.1 billion gets liquidated. Let's effing go. Let's liquidate those dirty, dirty bears. Like I said here, bears are filthy. The kind take your last bear and your girl at the same time. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. A lot of shorts getting liquidated, man. The whales are going to be hunting. They want to eat. You guys know how whales hunt? They get together and they sort of start blowing bubbles, and they herd all the fish in one place, and then they'll come up and eat at the same time. That's crypto. That's crypto, guys. Stocks slightly in the green today, but basically stocks are flat after 2 epic days in the stock markets. Stocks are flat today. I'm fine with that. Oil bouncing a little bit back today after a huge pullback. Let's give away some money. Thanks to the guys over at Bitunix. What up, guys? If you are trading the cryptocurrency markets, I know you're trading the cryptocurrency markets. You need a damn good exchange to do that. That place is Bitunix, where I'm doing most of my trades these days. I show you guys the trades all the time here. Now, here's the deal. No KYC, no VPN. That means that anywhere you live, doesn't matter where, you can come over and trade on Bitunix freely. Enjoy yourself, okay? Some sweet bonuses are up for grabs right now. You have $2,000 in trading bonuses. The more you trade, the more money you get. But the deposit bonus is probably the absolute craziest one. You put in $1,000, you're getting $200 back. You put in $2,000, they're going to give you $400 effing dollars. That's crazy, man. Plus, we're giving away $1,000 or in our live streams, which we've got a few more days of that before the end of the month. So let's give away $1,000 today. $500 to 2 lucky winners. Now, currently, we've got 99 people eligible for this. We gave away 2 yesterday, so that's 2 less people, 97 people in total. Let's have Grok choose 2 random winners here for us. Who is it going to be today? 64 and 88. 64 and 88. 88 is right here. Nice. I love it. Check this out. Number 88. $500 coming your way, buddy. So 88, put in, this is the user ID 947611171. Obviously, we're not using email addresses, so you have to go and check to see if that's you. I'm trying to preserve people's privacy here, obviously. So this guy put in $2,027. So he gets the $400 back for the deposit bonus, plus an extra $500, almost half your money back. You can use that money to trade on Bitunix. Have a good time. Hope you get some good profits out of that, buddy. Nice stuff. And 64 right here. Oh, both from today. Ah, ha, 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 ha. 1072. You know what? You're getting $500. You're getting $500 today. 1072. Great. I hope that you're not just an airdrop hunter and you're an actual user and it's actually going to be beneficial for you. So it's 217-716-121. So some people are trying to game the system. I hope that you're not somebody trying to game the system. You're just a dude put in $10. Congratulations, anyway. I didn't say we're excluding people under $10 today. Maybe it should be 11 tomorrow. Maybe they're 12. I'll keep you guessing. But anyway, congratulations to the winners. $500, 2 lucky winners. Let's go. So check this out. Cookie Fun showing us what's trending and what's hot and what's not today, basically. Chainlink getting a lot of attention. Poly market apparently in a big raise. No token yet, though. Dog to the moon, the Bitcoin meme coin. It's got a very dedicated community. They make a lot of noise online. So, I mean, just think about it. They're literally getting more mentions than Bitcoin itself right now, which is pretty crazy. Say, of course, rallying crazy in price. Fartcoin still be paradigm money. Aptos having a nice move today as well. Interesting, both Aptos and Say ahead of Sui. Say by twice as much in terms of social mentions and sentiment. So that's pretty interesting to have a look at there. Dog with Hat had a nice run today as well. So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, as well as trade updates around that. You can see some familiar names over here on the not so hot list. You know, Wilder World and their massive token inflation. Stark, I mean, who the hell cares about Stark? Why does anyone talk about Stark now at all? Let alone in a negative sentiment, just why I talk about it at all. Celestia, another coin that, you know, technically good. The tech is good. The tech is good. The token price has been slaughtered massively. Humanity Protocol, new one that came out. Don't really know that much about it. Monero, who's got anything bad to say about Monero? How dare you say anything bad about Monero? Don't you know what Monero is? Come on. Come on, guys. Now, let's talk about Ethereum and Ethereum ETFs. The Bitcoin ETFs took in about $1 billion. Not exactly, but about $1 billion this week. It's a little bit less, actually. It's like 900 million and some change, but we're rounded up to $1 billion. Ethereum ETFs took in 170 million, which as a percentage of market cap is actually slightly more significant than Bitcoin. So obviously, Bitcoin's got $2 trillion market cap. ETH's got almost 300 billion at this point, somewhere around there, let's say. So an approximate ETH ETF inflows equaled 0.0005% of the market cap, whereas Bitcoin inflows equaled 0.00045% of the market cap. Actually, slightly less because I rounded up to $1 billion, so it's actually like 930. million or something, not exactly a billion. So it's interesting. As a percentage of market cap, ETH actually saw more inflows this week, even if the total dollar number is 1/5 of what went into Bitcoin ETF. So that's interesting. The demand is still there right now. Okay. Very nice. Oh, this Ethereum move, man, this crazy breakout, this retest of 2,100 bucks, most important critical line in the sand for ETH. Now grinding up higher currently, still a few days away from a bullish MACD breakout. Need a little more energy for that to happen, but hey, head in the right direction, so we'll take it. Currently sitting at the 50-day EMA. It's about 24.20 here. Now, a bounce from the 50-day EMA will be a nice thing to see. Losing this, not so hot. This range right here is obviously a very important range for a very long time. So seeing the price come back down under, not talking about a wick, but a daily candle close, let's say under about 2,400 bucks, probably not super hot. But a risk reward play right now of going long on ETH here from 24.20, it's probably not terrible as a play to say, hey, can we bounce off the 50-day EMA and push higher? And if we do push higher, man, we are super close to taking out the 20 and the 200-day, which is the purple line, yellow line in the charts here. And we just got rejected there yesterday and the day before, so there's that to contend with. But as soon as we break out beyond sort of 24.80, let's say, ETH could put in a pretty big fast move. Now, maybe you don't want to play this here. Maybe we'll try to play the breakout of the 20-day EMA. So you put a limit order, a trigger order in at 24.80, aiming at least for the top of the range here around sort of 27.50, if not a bigger breakout brewing. Now, right now, I've got an XRP long that got triggered the other day. I shared that entry with you guys here on stream the other day. Swinging for the fences on this one to $2.60. Don't know if we get it. We'll see what happens. Depends on a lot of broader factors in the market. Also, we got some orders in for dog with hat. These are trigger, or actually the dog with hat's over on Femex, not on Bitunix. Anyway, we got a Litecoin order in, a Solana order in here as well. We're going to talk about WIF and Litecoin now here on the charts. Dog with hat, getting close. Oh my gosh. My entry is so close to getting filled. So I got two buy orders in on this. The MACD just flipped green today. Don't know if that holds. If we get a big fat red candle today, it may not. I've got two buy orders in on this. One at 84 cents, which is right down here at the basically the 20-day EMA with a stop loss around 81 cents. And my second is to try to catch the breakout. So either we're going to catch the retest of this here and hope that holds, or we're going to test the breakout here. I might even get both of them filled. Let's see what happens. But the breakout here would be around this. The order for this is in around 90 cents. So maybe we'll get both filled. We get the entry at 84 cents and the entry at 90 cents, both based on different ideas. This is a retest of the critical EMAs as support, and this is a breakout of the downtrend line. So let's see how that plays out. But so far, dog with hat looking interesting. Litecoin. Let's see if our old buddy can do something here. Now, look, Litecoin ETF is coming. I think the Solana ETF obviously is going to be first. Litecoin ETF probably shortly thereafter, though. Hasn't really got any hype bid from that yet. I think we had some hype bid for this a few months ago. Obviously, then markets went to shit and Litecoin went right with it. So if Litecoin can keep it up here, we have a potential daily MACD bull cross. We have a potential bull flag forming up here, which if the price goes down a little bit here, still going to be counted as a bull flag. So right now it's just straight across, right? But we could see a situation where this happens and price comes back down to like 82, 83, something like that before then pushing higher. The critical thing though is to get us back over the 20-day EMA, okay? That's probably the most important thing here for Litecoin in the short term. Now, if this bull flag pattern does play out, that's 79 to 85. It's about a $6 move here from the breakout. So that takes us from about 86 to around 92 approximately. About a $6 move here, which will get us up to retesting the underside resistance at the 200-day EMA. But it would be the breakout beyond the trend line here as well. So if we get the breakout here at 20-day EMA, which I put my order in at $86, so let's see what happens. If we get the $86 breakout, that's the bull flag breakout. That's 20-day EMA breakout at the same time. I could see us move pushing up to $92 before facing a bit of resistance. We'll see what happens from there. Take it level by level there, right? But yeah, that's what I'm watching for Litecoin right now. Guys, we're not on the Facebook group yet. Come hang out on the Facebook group. We're posting all kinds of charts and stuff over here all the time. Like the Litecoin trade idea, you can see right here. We're posting that kind of stuff over here. So if you guys want to hang out there, you can do that as well. So Moshake, link down below in the description, by the way, on YouTube here. Aptos is going to close the Solana gap sooner, folks. Understand. It's the kind of energy we need, Mo. Let's go. Let's go, man. Bought a little more Aptos today. Screw it. Get up to a nice big round number. Aaron says, the YouTube guys don't ever talk about Murad and SPX 6900. I'm very much aware of Murad as being a main character of SPX 6900, but you guys, we've charted it before. We take a look at it when you guys want to. But, you know, it's a tricky one. People want me to be involved in every coin all the time, to own every coin. All I want to do is sell more coins so I can have fewer coins and more concentrated bets. Anyway, Shelby, the next era of storage. Let's effing go. Big for the Aptos ecosystem. USDC growth 100% year to date. Year to date, guys. That's just from January. That's crazy. Mirage, next era DeFi. Ecosystem investments taking off. Aptos has been a slow burner, man. But I think it's gonna pop. It's gonna pop one of these days. Now, look, obviously had a nice reaction from the sell-off here the other day. MACD trending up nicely. Came back up to get slightly over the 50-day EMA. Currently trying to test that to see if it can hold as support. If that fails, I really want to see the 20-day around 460 hold as support. It's very close price-wise to us, okay? But that would say, hey, you know what? Real breakout. Maybe something's actually happening here. But it's been a tough run for old buddy Aptos here. Tough run indeed, you know? So let's see if we can actually catalyze this move into something bigger, or if this is just going to be yet another fake out. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. It is noteworthy, of course, that the price happened to stall out where? Exactly at resistance of this downtrend line, making it now a very valid downtrend line. Yes. Sue, I agree. I also think Pengu is going to do well. I think it's going to do really well when we start seeing all this stuff come back in. When we start seeing retail come back in. I bet Lark is a big D&D fan. You know, I have not played Dungeons and Dragons in a very, very long time. But yes, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, thick glasses. It's a fun, teenage years are fun. Had a good time. Haven't played D&D in ages, man. Ages. Pengu will rival Pepe. Good. Have both. Fantastic. Aptos wicks down are horrendous. Yeah, Aptos has had some rough trading action, man. But fundamentals keep grinding in the right direction. Lark Patren Davis. I love the Patren. The best patrons. We got patrons all over his charts. Some say I've got the best patrons. I have no idea. I grew up in Western Pennsylvania. I blame that. I don't know how to say half the shit properly. Apparently. The Say chart. The Say chart, guys. Check this out. Wild move. Beautiful. We talked about this, of course. My Say bags to the moon. Let's go. 200-day EMA breakout. Very significant because that's a very critical line here for it. You can see Aptos still well below the 200-day EMA. For perspective, Aptos needs to go up to $6.20 just to retest the 200-day EMA. Say is currently trading over it. Now, I know everybody loves to you know, buy tops and rush in and FOMO into stuff, but like I think Say is very interesting. I think Say does very well. My Say bags are up 6 figures. Let's go. However, that's currently forming up as a pretty nasty daily wick on this candle. Okay. Shows a big push up and a big push down and sellers step in. Now, does that mean the candle can't rally higher and we keep pushing up? Absolutely can. However, if the daily close is looking like that, what do we look out for next? A retest of the 200-day EMA. So if you were having the FOMO, if you're going, gosh darn, I have to do this, I have to get into it, watch for the pullback. There's always pullbacks, okay? Now, maybe the pullback doesn't bring us back to 26 cents, but 26 cents is probably a reasonable spot to bid if the daily candle closes looking like that, okay? Okay. That's what we're looking at, guys. Okay, gosh darn it, 25 minutes. We did it. Did it under a half hour. Let's go. Hydrate. Get your red light hats on. Okay, let's do it. Okay. What about the utility of the Chainlink token? The tokenomics seem not so good. What are your projections? Look, Chainlink is one of those sort of boring coins. It doesn't really do, it doesn't get people super excited in the market, right? It's got staking. Staking's super hard to get into. It's very limited. You need it for validators and network and stuff like that. I think if staking was more broadly open, you'd probably get a lot more participation, a lot more supply locked up, stuff like that. Well, one of the biggest use cases of Chainlink so far has been allowing the Chainlink team to sell shit tons of Chainlink to fund all their ambitions. That being said, Chainlink is a good coin. It's a good project. It's got incredible tech behind it, a great team that's basically everywhere all the time with every integration you can possibly imagine. So look, the problem is the tokenomics are not aggressive. The tokenomics are not the kind of tokenomics that are going to send the price absolutely ripping, right? Look at Hype. Look what Hype committed to do. They said, hey, we're going to take all of our revenue and just blast it back into buying back the token for a certain amount of time. Fantastic. Everyone's talking about it, right? Imagine if Chainlink said, hey, we're going to take all of our corporate revenue for the next year and just whoosh, buy back tokens and burn them. That would get the price cooking, man. Do you guys ever fall for these scams? With my current portfolio of $108,000 for my investments with my personal financial advisor, Margaret Emily. Do you guys see these all the time in the comments section? It's always just botted bullshit, right? But I hope nobody ever falls for this. I'm going to sign up for personal financial advisor. Random person on the internet that I found at the YouTube comment section. Guys, remember, there is a war on out there all the time to separate you from your crypto. Don't fall for it. Okay, Elon Musk is not going to be cruising up in your DMs. I'm not going to be cruising up in your DMs, offer to trade for you or mine Bitcoin for you or telling you to put money on some place where I'm going to do some strategy to make you 10% a day or some bullshit like that. That's a scam. No other crypto YouTuber is going to be doing that either. That's also a scam. Okay, Michael Saylor is not going to send you back 2 Bitcoin if you send him 1. You guys, be careful out here, okay? The reason these scams keep popping up is because people keep falling for them. Please be careful. James says, Lark, this time in 2021, I'd mostly checked out with a nice bit of profit after the pump. Are you worried at all that we haven't had anything like 2021 yet for altcoins? Or are you still confident? I'm still pretty confident that we get a big move in altcoins. Maybe not all altcoins. Maybe we need to be a little more selective with our selections this time. But here's the thing. You got to look what's going on right now. And I think when I say you got to be selective with the coins you're buying, look at what's getting narrative and bid right now, right? Some of these older coins are just going to fall away, man. They're never coming back. Even the rebrands and stuff aren't really helping, et cetera, et cetera. Now, here's the thing. What coins are getting ETFs? Even some of the ones that are not really super hot right now, like Polkadot, could get an ETF. Now, is it going to make a difference? Are people, are retail, boomer, TradFi people going to buy it? Maybe not, but they're probably going to buy Solana. They're going to buy XRP. They're going to buy a few other top coins. Maybe Litecoin. Maybe Litecoin. Treasury companies, we talked about that. They're buying all kinds of shit coins now. It's crazy, man. It's not just Solana and XRP and Ethereum anymore. It's all kinds of stuff, man. They're going to be buying fart coin before you know it. Just wait until there's a gas company that comes out and says, we're buying $1 billion of fart coin. Anyway, if you look at most major indicators, we are far away from wild euphoria in the market. Okay, we've had some little pumps, had some nice movements. Bitcoin's had some nice movements, stuff like that. But overall, we have not had a major, huge risk on period. Business cycle is not heated up yet. We talked a lot about this stuff. Okay, I'll go global M2 is pumping. The crypto markets have had some nice runs in certain coins, we start seeing things that just sort of we want to see happen that haven't really come in yet. You know, a big risk on season just hasn't eventuated. And there's a lot of reasons why. And it's interesting actually to think about. I've been thinking about this. So think about what's going on right now in the stock market, right? You could have bought Circle, full ported Circle at IPO and made 5 extra money in a week with very little risk. I mean, obviously the price could have gone down, but it's not like it's going to fucking exit scam, is it? It's not a damn meme coin. Palantir's up 10x in the last year. Come on. A lot of good stuff happening in the stock markets. Now we have all these treasury companies. And I bought some treasury company stuff. I bought the Ethereum treasury company, SBET, and I bought the Bitcoin treasury company, Semler Scientific. And now you understand where some of the money is going from the altcoin market, because the altcoin game has been too rigged for too long. And that's why people got nihilistic and they started playing the meme coin game. Now, I think there are some really good stuff like Aptos and Sui, right? And they're doing good things. They're getting good adoption, and those things are probably undervalued. There's a lot of other things out there that are absolute dog shit. Most of the things in the cryptocurrency market are absolute dog shit and not worth your time, energy, or investment, okay? When you start going down the risk curve, it gets real risky real fast. But don't underestimate human greed. It's gonna come back, okay? Interest rates will start being cut, making money a little bit easier. But even if that doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. Do you know that the dot-com bubble, what lasted from 94 to 2000, interest rates were over 4% the entire time? They were averaged around 5.5% or something during that whole period. We don't need the lower rates. We can get a crypto pump without it. And I actually think that this cycle could finally break that 4-year cycle theory we've had so far. And obviously remains to be proven. If we get a cycle top between October and December this year, then the 4-year cycle on bear market 2026, I don't know. But if we get a new high in, let's say, March or April of 2026, it's over. 4-year cycle done, extended cycle theory on, and we could correlate with the stock market. Make sure your asset selection is very, very tight. By the way, tokenization. This is an interesting idea. I saw Nick from Coin Bureau talking about this on X yesterday. I got me thinking, like, holy shit, he's right. Because what's going to happen? Tokenization. We're going to have $30 trillion of assets brought on chain by 2030. That's the estimate. Let's say it's only a third of that. $10 trillion in assets brought on chain by 2030. Why are people going to take risks on anonymous teams with questionable bullshit and all this kind of stuff when you can go and buy real stocks, real estate, stuff like this? A lot of money and attention is going to go on chain, but not to shit coins, but to actual securities, commodities, stuff like this. So there's that as well. That's going to take attention away. But pay attention to meme coins. Love them or hate them, meme coins tend to be some of the best reactive coins in the market, okay? Meme coins. Love meme coins. Pay attention to real world assets. Hottest trend of the cycle. One of the hottest trends of the cycle. Pay attention to AI coins. Not all AI coins. A lot of coins are just stuffing AI or rebranding as AI, and it's a lot of it's bullshit, and they don't have good token models and stuff like that. But some things are doing really well in the AI sector. So don't fade AI. A lot of it's bullshit, but a lot of it's going to be bullshit in the stock market too. We'll start seeing billion-dollar IPOs in the stock market for vaporware garbage AI companies. I guarantee it. In a few years, it's going to happen. We reached the sort of the blow-off mania top of this AI crypto bubble that we're currently in right now. DeFi is not super hot right now, narrative-wise. Price-wise, has been doing incredibly well. Look at stuff like Syrup, MakerDAO, Aave. We've had some really good price action on some of these coins. Some of the layer ones, I've been reducing my exposure to layer one trade. You know, last cycle, layer one did really well. And I still think something like Sui and Aptos does really well, but man, I had too much layer one exposure. I need to have more exposure to the other hotter sectors because those are just generally outperforming, getting way more attention. But you need to be selective, okay? Be very selective, be very ruthless with the amount of coins. Don't hold too many coins. Obviously not financial advice. Don't hold too many coins, and make sure you're holding ones other people are talking about, or that you can see other people talking about in the near future, okay? If no one's talking about your coin, no one gives a shit about your coin, liquidity is falling, all that kind of stuff, it's probably a warning sign. Okay, that was a long rant, but it's interesting. Interesting question. Syrup is the best looking chart right now. Syrup has been doing very well. Lark, what's your thoughts on Coinbase soon to list all memes direct on the main Coinbase exchange? I feel if that's via their sort of DEX integration with the base chain, I feel we normally rely on listings for initial pumps, but we don't get that now. Yeah, the days of the Coinbase pump are no longer here. Been a while since we've seen a coin listed on Coinbase and it's like, whoa. Aaron, I use primarily Ledger wallets. Okay. That's my go-to. That's my go-to. Just bought more wormhole. I think that's an interesting one for real world assets. I've got a bag of that. If you sold all your Pepe, what would you buy? Why would it be Cardano? Georgia. Not taking the bait. We're not trashing Cardano today. We're gonna be nice. Tesla rockets are powered by syrup. Oh my gosh. Syrup to the moon. I did see S on Coinbase. Immediately after I sold it, Coinbase listing announcement comes out. Oh well. By the way, I sold Sonic to buy more Solana. I'm really trying to get the number of coins down I have in my portfolio, especially as I'm gonna go, be on the road for a little while. Just not in my computer setup. It's too much stuff to manage. It's a hard time watching it anyway at home. Want to have my portfolio be a little more consolidated. The reality is you don't need 20, 30, 40 coins to perform very well in the market. In fact, you're probably going to continually and consistently underperform if that's the kind of approach that you're taking, okay? Lark, I showed my mom one of your videos and she said you're my dad. Uh-oh, Nick. Uh-oh. Your mom. Tell her said hi. Anyway. Lark, I did not look at the Solana chart today. Why don't we do that? Have not actually brought up the Solana chart. There is a Solana chart. I didn't actually include that in today's sort of main presentation here, but I'll bring it up here and give you a look at it real quick. Where's that? There. Aha, there we go. Solana is an interesting one. I have an order open at, I think it's 149. So again, trying to catch a 20-day EMA breakout. Now, get out of here, news events. What's going on here? Sometimes these charts get left open too long. It's getting no response. Anyway, whatever, it's all good. We have MACD daily bullish cross going over, RSI control line breakout. But we're currently grinding in 3 days now. A rejection here at the 20-day EMA. You see 1, 2, 3, not perfect rejections, but almost, right? Close enough. So, yeah, I think we get over the 20-day EMA and Solana starts moving again. The ETF trade, I think, is fully in effect right now. I'm surprised more people are kind of sleeping on the ETF trade here for Solana. I think it's going to be massive. Why you never talk about Sui? Boo, boo, Sui, boo. No, we love Sui. We're big fans of Sui around here. Let's take a look at the chart. I haven't looked at the chart in a few days, actually. So thank you guys for reminding me. Our old buddy Sui. What's up with Sui these days, man? What is up? Yeah, that's interesting. Very, very interesting. Obviously, we had that big, was it the Cetus hack? Man, sentiment has not recovered from that at all. But overall, the chart looks pretty orderly right now, I would say. So nothing too crazy going on here right now. Don't like the top of that. Support line holding in effect here for the downtrend, okay? Now, look, the key thing, obviously, you've been getting these obvious downtrend effects here. We need the price to come back up over these key 3 EMAs. The good part is that it's a relatively tight ratio between 294 and 315. So only need 30 cents of price action here. Well, I mean, to get up there, we need another 20 cents to get up there. But okay, if the price can pump by 50 cents from here, we're back, baby. Until then, still in the downtrend, still failing to reclaim the 20-day EMA. So if you're sort of a value buyer, let's say, any big dips under this area are probably good for a longer-term bag. If you're looking for trading the breakout, watch for a daily close about 296, I would say, based on the current prices here. What I do see though currently is we could be looking at, and a lot of coins are like this right now. Super sloppy. A lot of coins are like this that we're looking at a potential bull flag forming up. So let's see how we go if that pattern plays out like we've seen with a few other coins, Litecoin, for example. Then it'll do pretty well. We know you can't trade XRP. Can we have a look at the chart? I've literally got an XRP trade in right now. Literally got an XRP trade in right now. Currently in some nice profits too. But yes, let's. Did we not look at the XRP trade? No, okay. Let's look at the XRP chart. Sure, why not? You guys are just like, well, Lark hates XRP. I don't hate XRP. I just don't think about it as much as you guys think I think about it. Anyway, what I do like about XRP is trading because it's got a nice chart. You know, if you guys give me a pile of dog shit that happens to have a lot of hype behind it and people trading, it's got good volume and stuff like that and a clean chart, I'm going to trade that, man. I don't care. Dog with hat, I'll trade that. Moodang. Fucking Moodang. Trade some Moodang coin, man. At least XRP's got some stuff going on, man. It's got a nice cult behind it and people get very, very excited about XRP. Anyway, as we shared with you the other day, went long on XRP at $2.09, $2.10. It's had a nice breakout from there. Hopefully we can maintain price above the 20-day EMA yellow line in the chart and ideally recover. We got rejected yesterday. The 50-day EMA is around 221. So if you've been late to this trade, you didn't catch the initial breakout above beyond the 200-day, then what do you want to watch for? A potential retest to the 200-day if we see a broader pullback in the market, or longing from about 217 here at the 20-day EMA. Or if you really want to wait and say, hey, you know what? I don't know. This all feels a bit dicey in here. You can actually wait for the breakout beyond the 50-day EMA, and that's probably a 222 gunning up for if you want to take it more conservatively. My sell target here is $2.60 for my XRP trade currently. So we'll see how it goes, of course. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. One or two more here, guys. We'll finish up. You know, you don't think about it. We talk about it all the time, though. I think Peanut is dead. Oh, man. Peanut. You know, some of the, I never understood why Peanut was popular in the first place. Some of these things are just so silly. Coinbase, come on. Anyway, you know what? Volume is pretty suspect. It's got some very, very low volume. Then some big spikes, right? I don't know, man. I feel like that's one I wouldn't be super interested in trading personally. But look, here, let's just keep it objective. You got a downtrend of 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points, basically. If you break out beyond this downtrend line, you break out beyond the 20-day EMA, there's probably a trade there. As you can see, it was very responsive back here on the 8th of May. We had huge gains put in, and that's probably what a lot of these altcoins are going to do. 200% gate move. They're very low liquidity. They move very fast without a lot of money coming into them. So something like Peanut, yeah, I mean, I never really liked Peanut as a meme. I think it's pretty silly. Dead squirrel coin, yay. I don't know. Tell you what, Moodang better than Dead Squirrel Coin. How about that? How about that? You guys trade the craziest stuff. All right. What about WAN? Yeah, Louis, a 7-year, man, no one's talked about WAN chain in 7 years. 7 years ago, it was a hot chain. WAN chain, man, let's go. I remember. Nowadays, shit, are they even still around? Moon pig moving down like a smelly pig. So many of these meme coins just have such short lifespans, man. It's crazy. XRP cult member, let's go. Let's go. You know, some people, I'm glad you embrace it, man. Some people are like, I'm not a cult member. Like, yes, you are. It's fine. It's good. The best coins in the market have strong cults. Well, you think Bitcoin's not a cult? Are you kidding me? You literally have Michael Saylor out here, like, you know, to get people to ask me, like, when I found Bitcoin, it changed my life. It was like almost like you hear him talk about it's almost like a religious experience. He's literally saying he's going to take his Bitcoin to the grave with him so that there's more, there's less Bitcoin in circulation. So the price goes up a little bit more. Like, you tell me Bitcoin's not a fucking cult? Bitcoin is the biggest cult in crypto. If you don't have a cult behind your coin, you're going to struggle. A cult is also a community. But a cult's just a little bit more of a hardcore community. And the reason why Cardano, despite its utter dog shit metrics, Sorry, Cardano fans, but I mean, come on. No fucking stable coins, no DEX volume. It's crazy. And I like Charles, love the beard. Don't get me wrong. But the reason that Cardano is worth $30 billion is because it's got a cult of hardcore advocates behind it. Okay, XRP. It's got a big group of very hardcore people behind it. People who believed in the vision of XRP for a very long time. And when you have that kind of group of psychopaths holding your coin, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Remember, it's better to be part of a cult in crypto than not. Lark YouTube short moment. Guys, thank you very much. We're up to 45. We got to get out of here. I got to go hang out with the wife and my kids. Don't have to, actually. It's the best part of my day. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you back next time. Peace.